Welcome back to Calmsden Farm, everybody. Today, it's a big day. Not that big of a day. All we're doing is going to be cutting the hayfield, rowing that up, and baling it. So, not that big of a day, really. But that's okay. Yeah. We're going to do the big field. What is that? Field 10. And then, actually, you know what? Before we start cutting, let's ride the gator down over here, because I know I had mentioned putting in a small field down this way. Let's check this out. Ooh. Okay. That'd be pretty steep. Yeah. I think that'll be a little too steep for what we want, at least. It should be alright. Yeah. That's a little too steep for right now. Maybe that's something we could look at later on, though. And I would love to get a bigger mower before we cut this, but that'll be okay. That will be okay. Go ahead and get the headland cut first. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just cut half of it. It could be a decent idea, actually. Just cut half of it and then do the other half later on in the season, because I don't want to get too many bales made, because we don't have a whole lot of space to store them. So I don't want to make too many bales, not have anywhere to store them, and then not be able to buy the bale wrapper for a while. So I think it may be a better idea to cut half. Yeah. Or maybe, should we make them straw bales? Should we cut some straw bales first, and then once we buy the bale wrapper, make some hay bale, or make some grass bales? I think I said straw bales. Make some hay bales first, and then go into cutting some and baling some grass bales once we get the wrapper. That looks like about half, roughly. Might not be perfect, but that's okay. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think instead of doing just a bunch of grass bales and then having them sit, we'll do some hay bales here, and then we'll do grass bales at some point. Yeah, I think after we get the wrapper, should be fine to do that. Or maybe like the episode before, and we could just leave them on the field for a day or two. Should be okay. We're approaching the winter months pretty quickly, so that will be the point where we start doing like 2 or 3 months in an episode. And also like early spring, before we can plant our sorghum, which I'm pretty excited about. Another thing I want to do is get into, oh, that was weird, is get into the contracts and stuff on this map. I just know, like, we will have to have a lot to do that day to be able to get the contract done in one episode. Because we don't really have the time in one episode to do a lot of these. Like, we could do this bale wrapping one, we could do this deadwood one, we could do this fertilizing one, like this harvest. Oh, we could do that one. Like field like that, field like that, field like that. You know, they're gonna take forever. Because they're decently sized. Like if we look, let's see, how big is our field 5 here? That is 22 acres. Something that is 48. You know, they're not small fields that it's wanting done. It's like that one when it wants, let's see, 34. Yeah, 32 acres, and it wants it cultivated. Okay, and then there's a plowing one down here. on field 12. Over there. That one's not too bad. But still, it'll take a while. I don't know that, I mean, it's good money. But it'll be a lot of wear on the tractors, and it'll be a very costly wear as well. It won't just be super cheap. It'll be a lot of wear. It'll be wear on not only the tractors, but also the equipment itself. Yep, so I'm gonna square this off right here. And then we will get to doing our rows, our passes, now that the headland is done. And like I said, this is going to be a hay field. Because we do want to start preparing for some sort of livestock. I don't know if we're going to do what we're going to do yet. I would obviously love to do cows, but may not be in the books right now. Unless we just buy silage and straw bales, but I feel like at that point, you know, we're not really ready for them if we're having to buy all that. That's just me though. I like to be able to provide for my animals before I buy them. Like provide all of their needs, you know. So for cows it would be the silage. What do they need? Silage, straw, and hay. Basically all the swaths. So, but you know, maybe I'm weird for that. I don't know. We are gonna be getting some hay bales, so first thing. Oh, we need a way to transport the bales as well. I guess we'll see about renting a trailer, maybe. Might not be a bad idea. It'll be a whole lot of back and forth. So I will go to get this cut, and I will catch back up with you guys in just a moment. And here we are, finishing up the field. Didn't take too long, about 20 minutes or so. Not too bad at all, though. So we're going to this shut off and fold it up. Get it back where it goes. And then we're going to grab the tedder out of that back room there. I think we'll... I clipped it with my front tires. And I think we'll put it right back in here. Yeah, that looks good. We're going to be doing some revamps on this yard specifically before too long. It's not going to be right away, but it's not going to be a crazy amount of time before we do anything to it. But we can talk about those things when we get there. And man, it's a little tight in here. I might move that. The gator's parked right in the way as well, but that's okay. Alrighty. Oh, this is going to be so much nicer to be using. Let's see. Yeah. So it's about double the length, the width of what we were previously using. Might not be bad to invest in that eventually. That's okay. Not right now. Go ahead and just jump right into it. Here. Yeah, it wasn't too bad to ted all of that. Not too bad at all. Or to mow all that. Not ted. We're tedding right now. We're in the part of the country that I'm from, we call it flipping. Flipping the grass. But I've cut hay and baled hay and all that good stuff in West Virginia. So maybe that's a regional term. I don't know. I know most people just call it tedding when they're playing the game, but I don't know if that's just because in the store it's called a tedder. Could be. I am not an expert. You know, I've never really been a fan of how far it throws the grass. Maybe that's just this type. but one that I use just kind of like flips it in the spot that it is. I'll put a picture up on screen of the one that I used if I remember. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It may be realistic. I've never used one like this, but it just seems really far. But then again, this is much lower than what I would cut. Ours we would cut at around a foot and a half. This is 6 or 8 inches, something like that. I don't know. This is my best guess. It's like 6 or 8 inches because I don't. Scale is hard to see in this game because like this in real life isn't that tall of a tractor, but in game, like if we jump out and stand beside it, like it's massive. But I've seen one of those in real life, and it's not that tall. Maybe our character's just like 2 feet tall. Who knows? I mean, it is a big tractor. Don't get me wrong, but it's I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky. I might just be being nitpicky here. So I want to take a look at what the actual yield is before I make the decision. But I'm thinking about plowing this. So I want to take a look at the yield once we're done doing this. But I'm thinking we may want to plow this under and then go back over it with seed and plant grass so that we can get the lime bonuses and the plowing bonuses and the fertilization bonuses and all that kind of stuff. Because I don't know, we'll have to see what the yield looks like first, is what I'm saying. I don't know about committing to it yet, but if the yield isn't quite what we want, we may do that. I don't know which size bales we should use either. Maybe we should go for 240s or maybe 180s. I don't know. I guess we would have to kind of find a standard so that we can do things proportionately when it comes to mixing. And I guess, let's see, bale wrappers, 180 to 220. I guess we'll go for 220s. That way they're good size bales. But actually, I don't know, because I think you can't fit quite as much. And I'd rather have a round baler. Because the wrapper for those is a little bit cheaper, but at the same time, they're a little more of a pain to deal with. Yeah, they're a little bit more of a pain to deal with, so I don't know. Well, we'll decide at some point, I'm sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this tethered. That is what we are here to do. And I'm thinking if I want to make it just slightly realistic and leave it on the field for a day. Because there is other things. Absolutely there's other things that we can take care of this episode. I don't know. Okay, so if you look up in the top right, see the rain icon, I just noticed that. Let's check the forecast, if I can remember. There it is. Yeah, so we are not going to be leaving it on the ground for a day because we're supposed to get rain later today and rain next month. And then snow December, January, and February. So, oh, we may be selling our grain in the snow. That could prove to be fun. And by fun, I mean excruciating. It depends on how well the John Deere does. It is our more powerful and our heavier tractor. So that would be the logical one to use for something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten up this last little bit here so that we don't have to turn every time. And then we'll just back up and go back over this little bit of grass that we missed by doing that. I think it's worth it though. And here we are, almost finished up with the tedding. The race against the clock. Get this all baled and off the field before the rain comes, because wet hay is not the greatest thing ever. I've definitely been in this situation a couple times, IRL. Yeah, it's happened before, so not the greatest. But the show must go on. Let's get this shut off and fold it up. I think we'll do the same with this and put it over here. I'm thinking we're gonna remove that shed just because of how narrow it is. I mean, how there's only one door. If it was like bays, that would be better. But given that it's not bays, or I cannot get my words out tonight. Given that it's not bays, it's just a single door that just kind of bleeds in. That is not what we want. Let's get this backed up, get it lined up. Perfect. And let's row it all. Alright, yeah, these, yeah, the size of these rows isn't too bad. That's definitely doable. I think the yield should be okay. Just based on the size of the rows. They're not mountains or anything, but they're not bone thin either, so I think we can absolutely make it work. And just like that, we are done with our rowing, and now it's time to bale. I was hoping to get more done this episode, but it looks like all we're gonna have time to do is don't want to release too long of an episode. This episode's already coming out, oh wow, it's gonna end up being probably an hour and a half late, 2 hours late, because I got home from work late. Okay, that was a little embarrassing. Took me way too many tries to back this up. Alright, and shouldn't be clear of that. Yeah, that should be okay. Right there. Alright, well, I will go swap out the tractors, grab the John Deere, grab the baler, and I will see you guys right back over here. And I get to the field, and I realize we don't have any twine. We don't have any pallets of it anywhere, so we are going to go ahead over to the shop and grab a pallet of twine and probably a pallet or two of fertilizer, just in preparation to fertilize that. What in the world? Oh, it's a bird. Fertilize the linseed field. Sorry, the bird caught my eye. I thought it was a rabbit for a second. I was like, oh, no way. But no, it was just a bird, I think. Yeah, so we are going to go and grab that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, as always. Everything we do is a lot of fun. At least I think so. I'm really enjoying this map. It is so good looking. So good looking. And obviously as the series goes on, we'll explore more areas and all that kind of fun stuff. And shop is just here. Let's go ahead and make a right-hand turn, or a left-hand turn rather. Right into the shop here. And it's our bag of seed from the other day. Let's go down here to pallets. And let's find square bale twine. There we go. Standard twine, John Deere, class. I guess we'll go with class. That is the square baler we are using. And then let's grab just a bag of fertilizer here. Ooh, that's a little pricey. Okay. I believe we can fit all this in the back. We'll lower down the tailgate there. That's a perfect fit if I ever saw one. It's almost like it was made for it. Okay. Lay that on its side. Throw it up on here. Come on. Okay. And you know what? That's good enough. Alright, and I will see you guys back over at the farm. And just like that, we have our twine in the baler. And we are ready to get to work here. And I think we shall. Perfect. Oh yeah, the yield isn't too bad on this. No, not bad at all. Oh wow. No, that's excellent. Might even need to increase the bale size. Holy smokes, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Alright, I was expecting like maybe a bale a run, but it looks like we're going to get about a bale and a quarter. Yeah, about a bale and a quarter, I would say. Maybe even a bale and a half. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bale and a half per run. Oh, it's more than that. Bale and 2/3. Alright. About a bale and 3/4. Well, you definitely can't complain about that. We're already at 2 bales, and we're not even... I guess technically we have done one row. Worked out perfectly on not dumping any bales at the end there. Was hoping we wouldn't, but I wasn't sure if we would or not. But I'm glad we did not. We just have to make it 2 more months, and then we can sell our canola crop, and that'll boost us in money a little bit because we are at $5,000. Not great. Not great at all. That is okay. We will make it work. Here we go. We already dropped 2 bales. That is awesome. I love it. I do love it. Yeah, this was definitely a good call using the John Deere for this, though. This is a heavy piece of machinery. Very heavy piece. No worries. Oh, no worries though. John Deere will always have our back at the end of the day. Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and get this all baled. Sorry for not doing any time lapses this episode, but there's just so much to do. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get them off the field. They may just stay on the field and we'll get them off tomorrow because we don't really have anything that we need to get done tomorrow. So I think they should be okay to be left for just a day. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. We're only supposed to get a little bit of rain anyways, right? And it doesn't matter in the game, so yeah. I think we should be okay to leave them for a day. So I'll go ahead and I will get all of this baled, and I'll see you guys very shortly. And just like that, we are done. Let's go ahead and unload the baler. See our total bale count here. 21. You cannot complain about that. 21 hay bales. You know, I think that may be enough that we can go ahead and buy some. Well, we don't have the money to buy cows. Who am I kidding? It'll come. Oh, I should have stopped. You know what? It's okay. Because I can just drive over their car. My tires are big enough for that. Anyways, act like that didn't happen. Yeah, can't complain about that. And got a little quick there. Thought we were gonna buy some cows, but we don't have the funds. We're a little bit broke right now. We won't be like this for long, though. Don't worry. Just, starting out, growing pains, if you will. Yeah. That's okay, though. And drop that off. And like I said, we will be leaving those bales on the field until tomorrow, when we will go and pick them up. We will need to probably lease a bale trailer. And then I don't know where we'll store them, but we'll figure that out tomorrow as well. Anyways, oh, we gotta get this unloaded. And good, none of it spilled out. Open that door up. Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. Okay. Put that there for now. That should be okay. Let's hop in the side-by-side here. Get back over to the house. And we will end the episode there. Yeah. Another kind of not getting a whole lot done, but at the same time getting a lot done. I don't know. It's a little difficult right now, just because we don't have a whole lot of fields and things like that to get done. But we will eventually. But anyhow, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Any suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, have a good evening, everybody.